Hey guys, just wanted to make one thing clear. As you know, I was explaining distance coverage in my last video, and now I'm about to explain repositioning and surge. However, I have put a rift in between repositioning and distance coverage in terms of surge and rolling light, meaning I've kind of made it clear that surge is meant to be a repositioning tactic, while rolling light or rolling heavy is meant to be a distance coverage tactic. And there's a reason for this. Technically, you can make an argument that surge and rolling light and rolling heavy can be seen as both a distance coverage tactic and a repositioning tactic, like both of them. But the reason why I differentiated the two is because in competitive scenes and essentially what top tier players do, pretty much leans on to what I'm trying to instill in you guys. Using surge to cover distance is, in a way, unoptimized gameplay. However, there are going to be cases where you do have to use it, which is completely fine. But in order to be like top 100, in order to be top 5, in order to match the gameplay of the players up there, surging more than once or twice is a bad idea. In most top runs, you're only surging once or twice in order to reposition, never to cover distance. And usually when we need to cover distance, we roll light or we let the bulk of our combo steps do the work for us in order to keep the momentum and the rhythm of our striker combos. We don't surge. We only surge when, for example, a part breaks and we need to reposition as quickly as we possibly can. But just wanted to put it out there so you guys know exactly where I'm coming from, and don't bash me for saying things that you seem to think is wrong. But I will be providing examples at the end of this video anyways to show you exactly what I mean. Anyways, guys, let's go on to the video. Surging is... how should I put this? Surging is a big thing. A lot of people tend to not know how to use it, and a lot of people tend to think they're masters of the surge and surge way too much. And I believe I can put it in a good way to make sure that people who watch my videos don't use surge like a lot of people do, which is mostly inefficient and unoptimized.
Yeah, okay.
When I use surge, and the most optimal way to use surge is to reposition, not to cover distance. That's why I brought in the two coverage distance techniques, which are roll heavy and roll light, or roll light heavy heavy. All of which are able to cover a substantial amount of distance, worthy enough for almost every single behemoth fight, unless the behemoth teleports across the map, which is, of course, you're required to run a little bit. But with surge, it's best that you don't focus. It's best that you don't focus on covering distance with surge. Because if you cover distance with surge, you won't be able to have the versatility in terms of repositioning that strikers flourish in. As you can see, if I were to quickly just search around the behemoth, I could essentially just reposition wherever I want with one surge. If you were to waste that surge on covering distance, you won't be able to do this. If, for example, the part that you're focusing breaks and you need to reposition to a quick part, or if you're focusing on the head and he moves his head to the side, you won't be able to reposition immediately to take advantage.
Okay.
And this is why in the past video I said that surging is literally my favorite thing about strikers, because it gives that versatility to the weapon. You can reposition wherever you want and continue the momentum and the rhythm of your combos and your fight.
Okay.
And that's why it's amazing that after every combo, right, and after every mantra activation, you get your surge back. So you can surge wherever you want. In terms of repositioning, there are a few techniques that I would like to show. Just a little bit, little things to show you what I mean.
Okay.
These would only benefit you when you're in a tough spot and you need to reposition in order to come back to a certain little pocket that you found yourself in and getting combos. So, if you find yourself here and the behemoth's head kind of moves back and forth, and you find yourself kind of here, and you don't exactly want to roll light or you'll roll through the behemoth, you can actually do what I call the U-turn technique or the loop-de-loop.
Okay.
You can do a little loop like this. So for example, if Drask were to force my character to be pushed here, and I don't want to roll, just do the loop and you'll be back where you want.
Cool.
It's quite effective. This is what brings so much versatility to strikers. Strikers are absolutely amazing weapons if used correctly, but a lot of people don't know how to use them correctly. They just assume that strikers are the meta weapon, and just because of their damage output, it's really good. And that's not entirely why. It's literally because that strikers can keep up with a fight more so than most weapons. And that's with the art of the surge. Using surge effectively is honestly, in my opinion, what differentiates a good striker player versus a bad one. Also, on top of it, there's combos and making sure you hit your combos and making sure that you aim your claps right and whatnot. But surging too much can ruin a fight. Can essentially make a fight last longer than it is. So that's why repositioning should be the main focus rather than distance coverage. I'm trying to lessen the amount of surges someone does.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Pretty cool.
But yeah.
Awesome.
Other than that, that's pretty much it. Now you want to go to hunting grounds to put it into action.
Sure, why not?
Poggies,
Let's
let's do
go.
it.
Let's go. Wee.
Alrighty. So the last portion of this video will be 2 examples of me putting distance coverage and repositioning into practice. The first example will be a top 3 Koshai Trials run with me, Exadia, BLS, and Joy, while the second example will be me doing hunting grounds with Biscuit and fighting like Rezakiri and all that. But what I want you to pay attention to is how many times I surge, comparing how many times I surge in the competitive trials example versus how many times I surge in the hunting grounds. Just keep in mind that the competitive trials video example I'll be showing you will be much shorter than the hunting grounds video. Because as you know, the fight's shorter in trials rather than going in and fighting a Rezakiri with randoms, for example.
Okay, I'll go Aether Drive. This way Conduit will stay up the whole time too, of having Shrike.
Oh my god. Not even make the connection. That's huge. Yeah, it always felt weird because I felt a little bit slower at the end. No fucking way! No fucking way! No fucking way!
Fuck Vegas Pro.
Might be
I
just
don't
my
know.
PC, honestly. Oh, it's a Scrave again.
Bro. Oh, I don't like this behemoth.
Easy.
Oh, okay. Still don't like this behemoth. You're like, you and Raid Shell Nasher, I think I want to wipe your existence off the planet. Or off the fucking Shattered Isles, whatever.
I don't have stamp. Rip.
I felt that.
Oh!
Baroni brony. Don't do that. I didn't have stamp. Fuck you, I guess. Oh.
Oh.
First
Think I baked
Panger,
you?
not so good. Wait, why are we not baiting Boop? Okay.
Easy.
Well,
Because watch this. There we go. See it? Boom. There's the boop.
yes, that's the Boop. Thank you. Oh, bait Boop when, Jman? I don't see it.
Soon, soon. Trust me, trust me. Watch this, watch this.
Yes. Boop. That's it.
There it is, see?
Mm-hmm. I see it. I see it. Oh, well. Okay. Well,
You saw it for a second.
I saw it for a second. This feels... Well, you kinda did it.
Works out.
I'll give you an A+ for effort. Whoa. Woo.
Alright, I think that's good enough. Alright, guys. So that's about it. Just know that there's only a few more Striker's Guide episodes left, and after I cover that, I will be going into repeaters. I will also be putting out a lot more content than usual, probably stuff that has more of a genuine touch to it, like that sub 3 video I did. Of course, I'll also try to keep up with the trials completions and highlights and leaderboard spots, but, you know, I'm going to make sure I have more variety in my content, just to make sure that it's just not the same old copy and paste. Anyways, guys, take care, and I do hope you guys have a good one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, by the way. Take care, everybody.